50-50 split. There was a lot of concern. What happens when the property owners are the ones who have all the say? What about the other folks? Well, this board addresses that by having an even split. So we have non-property owning tenant merchants, we have nonprofit advocates, and we have housing representatives, people who live in the district who are not landowners serving on the board. And then in addition to that, we have, again, 50% of the seats for property owners. So that's unique for San Francisco. That is a first for San Francisco. That makes us truly special. Second, this is really interesting and important thing. Some folks were concerned, okay, if you guys are spending all this money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you're trying to improve security, well, who gets cut out? Who really are you protecting us from? And I think it's a very legitimate concern. How do we improve the quality of life but be inclusive? And we took that concern very seriously. In fact, I will say this, I don't know anyone else in the city who's gone as far as we have to do outreach to as many diverse stakeholder groups, from the Coalition on Homelessness to the property management security companies on two ends of the deal, and heard everyone's concern and come up with what I think is a unique hybrid of what we call the Community Guides program. Two of our community guides are sitting up here today. And this is a first in San Francisco. We looked around for examples. We tried to find, okay, there must be a CBD or some organization that does this, that merges a public safety function, sort of being an extension, a partner of the police, to be extra eyes and ears. You know, if someone sees violence on the street or drug dealing, to be able to call the police, let them know, to discourage that by just being a presence on the street, to provide really a symbolic and real presence of safety. You know, when you have a regular uniformed folks that people get to know, it makes them feel safer. They come out on the street. The streets are back to the people. But we didn't want them just to be an extension of the police. To be very clear, we wanted them to be an extension of the homeless outreach efforts and of social services, because sometimes, and there's a big difference here between criminality and people who are just in need of help. Big difference. We get it. It's foundational to what we're doing here. And so these guys here and our program generally, we're creating a whole new training regimen that involves both working with the police, but also getting training from the Coalition on Homelessness on issues of homelessness rights, dealing with all the social service agencies, from the SF First team, which is this integrated multidisciplinary homeless outreach team the mayor's office has put together, dealing with some of the nonprofits that are right in our district. There's a methadone clinic that actually the property owner is on our board. We have the head of the UCSF psychiatric outpatient clinic who is on our board. We have experts on our board dealing with some of the problems that sometimes manifest themselves on the streets.